So guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are joined by the one and only UP GTI. Obviously, if you've seen the previous videos, this is one of the newest cars to the channel, and I'm really excited to sort of show you around it and do some content on it because it is honestly an unreal little car. So in today's video, I'm basically going to show you around the car, what makes it different from a normal UP, and any other little special touches that sort of make it deserve that GTI badge. So here it is. I'll give you a quick little walk around. Straight away you can see the sort of things that make it look different. Unfortunately, this is just absolutely covered in flies, but that is what you're just dealing with when you buy a white car. But I've got to admit, I'm not usually a fan of white cars, but this does look amazing in white. It's sort of really fresh. If you get it in black, which would be probably my preference, you obviously lose all the detail of the grille here. That just gets lost. And also the black stripe, obviously that gets lost. Black roof, it's sort of not as contrasty, and the back end would be fully black, whereas I think that is quite nice. Just a bit of two-tone. Obviously other colours that you can get it in are silver, tungsten silver, and also a red. I'm not really a fan of silver cars, that is just personal preference, but I know a lot of people are. And red again, I just feel like it loses the little GTI touches. If you had a red car, obviously this isn't as obvious. You know, this isn't as obvious. And the little trim bits on the back aren't as obvious either. So yeah, I'm really happy that it's white, to be honest. I do think that's probably, in my personal opinion, the best colour for this car, and as I'm sure you will agree, it is a nice looking little thing. So let's get into what makes this car different from a standard VW UP. So I'm obviously by no means an expert on this car. It is brand new to us. It's only been with us for sort of 2 weeks now, so I'm still sort of learning the ropes on the UPs and whatnot and the GTIs, but I'll take you through some of the things that are obvious to me just with a little bit of research. First thing is going to be this bumper. So yeah, obviously the bumper is slightly different. You do get that also on an UP 90 TSI version, the non-GTI, but I believe those are the only two models. I'm not sure whether that one has all the nice honeycomb bits, but yeah. So that is the first thing on the front end that's different about the UP GTI. Secondly, obviously you get the little GTI pinstripe. It's quite a nice little feature. That is sort of trademark GTI, to have some sort of red on the front end, whether it be a badge or a grille or a stripe or whatnot. And then the other thing on the front end is these indicators. I'm quite keen to get these changed out to some chrome ones. I know that's quite a popular little first thing that people are doing to these UPs, just so when you stand back you sort of don't see the orange indicators like that, and it's just a bit of a cleaner look to the car. But overall, I think that is quite, for a little car, quite an aggressive little front end, to be honest. So if we move around the car, we'll go this way to the wheels. That is obviously the second thing that's different on a GTI. You get these really nice sort of diamond cut wheels. Unfortunately, the previous owner to us has curbed these a little bit. Both front ones, left and right, both need re-diamond cutting or refurbing or whatnot. And the other annoying thing is that these centre caps, basically just deteriorating centre caps, is a bit of a shame. So we'll look into that. Obviously you get the red brake calipers, and then just up here you get the little GTI detailing as well, which is all sort of nice little things added to this car. I don't think there's any other wheels that you can get factory on this car. I think they all come with these, and they all come with Goodyear efficient grips, which a lot of people are slating. These two front ones are brand new, so we'll probably wear through these and then get it on some Pilot Sport 4s, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, that's the wheels. Obviously we've already talked about this car being the white one. I do think you've got to pay, I think you pay extra for body coloured wing mirrors, so in this case you'd pay extra for white ones. I think that's probably factory black, but I do think black looks better. When we go up to the roof, I know that the roof, that is an option to get that. You can either have a full white or you can get it painted black, so that's an option on this car. And then I believe that these stripes are sort of factory as well. Rear, obviously on drum brakes. If you watched the video of us picking up this car, that was the clue that Lauren gave everyone to work out what she had bought. Factory drum brakes, and do you know what, they work absolutely fine. There's definitely no underperforming brakes on this car. It is enough, to be honest. So round to the back end, which is almost the same as a normal UP. There's a few different styles of lights through UPs over the years. Obviously the things that give it away are the GTI bumper. We've also got a really nice little spoiler, which is sort of fairly aggressive for this size car. It's quite similar to like an Audi RS3 spoiler or something like that, just the way it sort of dips in and then back out. And then obviously, just like the front, GTI badge and the red stripe underneath it, so that when you're following it, it's clearly not just a standard up. So that is the outside of the car. I'll show you a little bit of the inside. So all of them obviously come with electric mirrors, electric windows and all that sort of stuff. If you can see there, they also come factory with heated seats. Every single VW Up has got a heated seat option spec'd on it from factory. Of things, little GTI sill plates. As has got a little dint in there, which is a little bit annoying, but we shall see. If I can find one of those to replace it, I probably will. But yeah, overall, very nice looking car. Don't forget, when you are buying an Up, whatever colour you get on the outside is going to be whatever colour you get on the inside. Can you see it there? Just the white inside the door. Obviously, if you had a red car, that would be red. If you had a black car, the full interior would be black. So that is also something to bear in mind when you're getting one of these. So, other factory options, obviously steering wheel, multifunction, looks very much like the sort of Polo GTIs and the Golf GTI steering wheels. I'm sure VW have just dipped into the parts bin for this and pulled this out, which is not a bad thing, because that is a pretty nice and fairly high spec steering wheel for a little Up. So you get that. If we jump on inside and put the keys in, obviously you've got a multifunction display, sort of as standard. Very nice. It does what it needs to do. Obviously does all your miles per gallon, your speed, yeah, everything that you'd expect from a multifunction computer. Once you start it up, you do not have a coolant gauge. The coolant is there right in the middle, so that is how you get to your coolant. That's obviously your miles per hour, go through coolant, speed warnings, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it does not have a coolant gauge, which I personally think that they could have just squeezed one in here. You know, half of that be a petrol gauge and the other half be sort of a temperature gauge. That would have been a very nice thing. So like I said, this is quite a low spec car. I don't think it's got any factory options other than the white paint and obviously the black roof and whatnot. You can get these with a panoramic sunroof. Now, that would be a really nice thing to have, but I can't help but feel on a car like this, I don't think you really need it. You're buying one of these for the fun factor. I think a panoramic roof, for how much they weigh, would probably make this car considerably slower. I'm not sure. Drop it in the comments if you know how heavy a panoramic roof is. But yeah, this hasn't got a roof, which is absolutely fine by me. I wasn't bothered about that. Some of the other specs include a Beat sound system. Now, the speakers in this car are pretty good anyway. I'd like to hear the Beat sound system, but I can't imagine I'm missing much. I'm sure the extra weight with the subwoofer in the boot is probably not worth how much better it sounds if you've bought this car to be a fun little driver, which is what you should have bought it for. It's a great little car, and it sort of doesn't need the extra weight from subwoofers and upgraded speakers, unless you're really into your music, which, you know, you think it might be worth it. So the other thing on the back end is that you can get sort of I think it's called a convenience pack. You basically get rear parking sensors, and then on the inside of the car you would get basically here a little reversing camera. But I've got to admit, from what I've seen, they put the parking sensors in really odd locations. I think there's two either side and one dead centre, just there, or maybe just there. And then obviously the parking camera is just under your number plate. So yeah, again, I'm not really fussed about that. I think it looks much cleaner with just a smooth rear bumper, and to be honest, these cars are not hard to park. If we go for a side-on view, you know, if you can't park that without parking sensors, who knows? So a little rundown through here. Obviously, another option is a climate control unit. That is possibly an upgrade that we'll be looking at. It just gives you an auto function pretty much. It doesn't actually give you anything else. The car's already got air conditioning and that sort of stuff. Like I said, heated seats. The climate control unit is just a little bit nicer to look at, and yeah, obviously it's got that auto function, which this one is lacking. Nice little screen here. Obviously that'll connect to your phone. This is an aftermarket little cable that VW do. Quite a nice little thing, VW branded and whatnot. But yeah, your phone can just sit in there, have your sat nav on and whatever, and yeah, plug in straight to your music, which is good if you like quality music, 'cause it's better than sort of Bluetooth in it. A lot of people are a big lover of the tartan seats. I know I am. They're a really nice touch in a car that is sort of a very sort of entry-level price range like this. And then we've got little touches like the little GTI gear knob as well. Again, very nice little touch to sort of add to the GTI feel, as well as the red sort of dashboard. Again, that is very sort of GTI. Bit of red, that's what it's all about. Red stitching on the inside of the steering wheel there. But yeah, like I said, I think they've been in the parts bin. Steering wheel from a Golf or whatnot. These wind mirrors, I know full well they are from a Polo GTI, so they're exactly the same. But yeah, it's all around, it's a nice car. Really nice car. Black headlining, that's factory on all of them. Plenty of room in the rear, as you can see, and a boot big enough to sort of get anything you need in. Right, I'll just get out the car now and pop the bonnet. We can have a look under the bonnet. Bonnet pull is on the passenger side, which is a little bit annoying, but it's how it is. It doesn't have an automatic bonnet with like a bonnet strut, so you do have this little piece of plastic there that you got to hold the bonnet up. Again, I know this is a popular mod, people have got gas struts on these, so we will be looking at doing something like that in the future. So there we go, the engine, absolutely tiny little engine, you can hear it ticking away. These are 105 horsepower from the factory, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in a car like this, do you know what? It's plenty to have fun with. I'm sure on the channel, if you're subscribed, you will see a lot of this coming in the future, some POV drives and whatnot, racing it around a little bit. But yeah, it is an absolute barrel of fun. Reasonably clean under here. So yeah, there we go, there is the UP GTI. I know that's just been a quick walk around, but it gives you a bit of an idea of the sort of power figures and what sort of specs you can get with these cars. Like I said, it is a fantastic car, I really do like it, and for the money, I'm not sure what else you could get better with this sort of level of quality and equipment. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to click that subscribe button, comment down below any things that I've missed about the UP GTI, and we shall see you in the next one for more UP GTI content. Peace.